Okay, I want to use this period to go over this packet. It's got all story problems. First three you're going to make your line because there's 2 units, but then the last 4 you're going to make your map, 9-box map. Okay, I currently make an hourly wage of $10. Each month I will get a 25-cent raise. Remember, each and per month mean the same thing. How much will I be making 6 months from now? So there's 2 units, okay? So we go like this. Okay, my units are dollars and months. So I assign Y is money and months is X. And then per, dollars per month. Remember, each and per mean the same thing, 25 cents. So they're giving me that 0.25. Don't put 25. Okay, so my line, I have Y plus MX Y. So I know my M from over here is 0.25. Then I get rid of this beginning Y because prior to 25 cents, I was making $10. So $10. So the equation is 10 plus 0.25x equals Y. And then 6 months. Months equals X, so it goes in for the X. Now the X has a 0.25 in front of it, so I parenthesize it before I scribble it out, and I put 6. And I have to solve for the Y. Now the Y is by itself, so I can just go into my calculator. I don't need a dot and circle anything. The Y does not have anything that it's multiplied by, so I have 10 plus 0.25, and then parentheses or times 6. 11.5. Okay, so that's Y. Now Y is money, so put a dollar sign and then put 50. Okay, number 2. I'm going to get a 50-cent raise each month. Remember, each month and per month mean the same thing, each. Each month from my current salary. After 5 months, my hourly pay is up to $15. What will my hourly pay be in 10 months after I started getting raises? So there's 2 units. So whenever there's 2 units, we make the line, so for like that. So my units are dollars and months. Dollars equals Y. Months equals X. Now per. Dollars per month. Remember, each and per mean the same thing. So here's each, and it was 50 cents. So 0.50. Not just 50. You got to put the 0 point. So my M is 0.50. And I don't have anything that comes before the 50, so I really don't know where this started. So I use Y equals M dot X plus B with a combination of the 2 units. Got to be in the same sentence. There's nothing in that sentence, and I've already used it as my rate of change. 5 months. $15, same sentence. So 5 months, $15. So I have the 50 cents, the 5 months, the $15. So I get rid of those 3 variables. And I know my M is the 0.50. Now over here, 5 months. Months would be X. And then that would be Y. So here's my Y. Put 15 in for that. Dot, and X is 5. So I have 15 equals, and I take 0.50 times 5, 2.5. Plus B, but I'm going to put a 1 in front of it and dot it and circle it. So I got to get rid of the 2.5, not the 15. 15 doesn't have anything to do with B. So I subtract 2.5, subtract subtract 2.5. And 15 minus 2.5 is 12.5. Again, if the dot number's a 1, I don't divide. You don't divide at all to find the b, ever. So I put a 12.5 here, and now I can write my equation. 12.5 plus 0.50x equals y. Okay, so 10 months. That's what Okay, months is x, so it's going in for the x variable. And the x has a number in front, so I need to parenthesize it, just like on the last problem, and put 10. And then the y is already by itself in the equation, so I just can use my calculator. So I have 12.5 plus 0.50, parentheses 10, close it, 17.5. So 17.5 equals y. So the y is dollars. So I put a dollar sign, and then it'd be 50 cents. Number 3. I get the same raise each month at my job. It doesn't, there's each, but it doesn't say what the number, there's no number with it. 3 months from now, I'll be making $11.60. 8 months from now, I'll be making $12.60. How many months from now will it be before I'm making an hourly wage of $15? So again, 2 units. Okay, so I have months, and that's X, and then dollars, and that's Y. So per, dollars per month, or each month. Well, here's each, but there's no number with it, and that's a dollar amount, but there's nothing there. And then basically I don't know this, so I have to use my y minus y, x minus x. I don't know how much my cost is going up by each single month. Okay, now y is dollars, so dollars go on top, months go on bottom. So my dollar amounts are $11.60 minus, and then I go find another dollar amount, and it's 12.60. Okay, now my months, I have 3, and then 8 months. Okay, so I take 11.60 minus 12.60 on my calculator, and that's -1. And then 3 minus 5 is -5. Now I need to divide -1 by -5. 0.2. So you're like, well, that seems kind of weird. No, it's not, because the dollars per month is 20 cents. Okay, 0.20. Okay, and there's my line. So y, mx, y. So I know my m is 0.20. But I didn't even have 20 cents in this problem, so I really don't know my initial beginning amount. So y equals m dot x plus b. So combo, and got to be in the same 3 months from now, I'll be making $11.60. Okay, so 3 months and $11.60. Now, which one's x, which one's y? So months is x, so I'm going to put an x with the 3, and dollars with the y. So I cross out these 3 items. So my m is 0.20 or 0.2. And then my y, well, the y is 11.60. And then I dot and put 3 times 3. So I have 11.60 equals, then I take 0.20 times 3, and that's 0.6. plus B. Stick a 1 in front of the B and dot it, so you need to know that's positive, so you're going to minus 0.6. So 11.60 minus 0.6 is 11. Equals 1 dot B, and I don't need the 1 because if it's a 1, okay? Divide by 1, so that's 11. So my equation is 11 plus 0.20x equals y, okay? So $15. $15 would go in for the y. So I don't need to put it in parentheses. I can just scribble it out. And then here's my x. X isn't by itself, so I can't just go to my calculator. I have to use the dot circle. I have 11, so I subtract 11. And 15 minus 11 is 4, so 0.20x equals 4. Then I divide dot x. So I take 4 divided by 0.20, and that's 20. So x equals 20. Now I just solved for the x, so x is months, 20 months. A little confusing with all those decimals. That's not that way on the final. Okay, number 4, the admission fee at a small fair is $1.50 for children and $4 for adults. The fair makes a total of $2,450. If they sell 300 admissions to children, how many do they sell for adults? So this, I've got 3 things underlined, so that's 3 units. So total, and that's a money total, the bottom row is. And here's how much one single cost if you buy with just one of them. And this is how many units. And I have the children and the adults. So children and adults. Now there is one total cost, and I'll tell you that on the test. I'll have that written over here. 3 units, 1 total cost. And that total cost is $2,450. Okay, now here's my non-money amounts. That's a money amount. It goes in this row, not this. That's a money amount. This row, not this. 300's not a money amount, so I put that here, but I got to read the sentence. If they sell 300 admissions to children, so it's for children. It is not your total, so you get rid of this. And we call that X. Okay, now I black this out, and I say, okay, how much do they cost? Well, the $1.50 for children. Cross that out too. $4 for adults. Okay, so I take 300 times $1.50 because I have 300 children. They each cost $1.50. So the total cost for the children is $450. Then I don't know the adults, but I know they're $4, so 4x. So I have 450 plus 4x equals 2,450. So I dot my x and circle it. And then I minus 450, minus 450. So 4 dot x equals 2,000. And then I can divide by 4. That's the only answer I need. So x equals 2,000 divided by 4 is 500. Okay, that's the only answer I need. It says how many do they sell for adults? 500 of them. You buy apples and oranges at a store. Apples cost $2 per pound, while oranges cost $2.25 per pound. The person buys 25 pounds of fruit for a total of $52.25. How many pounds of apples and how many pounds of oranges did you purchase? So again, apples, oranges, and dollars. That's again 3 units. And I will tell you this, there is one total cost. So I make my map again. So total, the money total, the money single, and how many. And we have apples and oranges, so A and O. Now I told you there was one total cost, and that is $52.25. Okay, non-money amounts go here. Cross that out. That is a money amount. It goes in this row, not in this row. That is a money amount. It goes in this row, not in this row. Okay, the only non-money amount I have is 25. But read the sentence. The person buys 25 pounds of fruit. It doesn't say if that's apples or oranges, so I need to put 25 here, and then that's X, and that's Y. Okay, now right here. This is for money amounts. I don't never put anything in there. Sometimes I put something there, sometimes I cross out. Depends on what they give me. So $2 for apples and $2.25 oranges cost that. Okay, so I'm going to have to write that as 2x, and I'm going to have to write that as 2.25y. Now, this time I have 2 letters and they are not the same, so I need 2 equations. I have the bottom, and look at the top row. You can write an equation from that. Okay. Anytime I have 2 different letters, there's got to be another equation somewhere. So I have x plus y equals 25, and since neither letter's by itself, I'm going to put 1's in front. And 2x plus 2.25y equals 52.25. Okay, now, do I have a base? No, I don't. No base, so circle, and by the way, write this other equation. 1x plus 1y equals 25. That's for the second answer. And then I'll now circle your x's, circle your y's. You don't have the same either. There's no common coefficient. 1 and 2 aren't the same. 1 and 2.25 aren't the same. So I need to tie dot, 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 dot. So I have a 2, so 2, 2, 2, 1, so 1, 1, 1. So 1x times 2 is 2x. 1y times 2 is 2y. 25 times 2 is 50. 2x times 1 is 2x. 2.25y times 2 is 2.25y. And 52.25 times 1 is 52.25. Now I circle my like terms again, and now I have the same right here. But they can't both be positive, okay? So negative, negative, negative. Now plus them. So 2 plus negative 2 is 0. Those cancel. 2 plus negative 2.25 is negative 0.25 with y. And then 50 plus negative 52.25 is negative 2.25. Okay, and now I divide by the negative 0.25. That's going to tell me what y equals. That's y. Negative 2.25 divided by negative 0.25 is 9. Okay, so the Y is under oranges, so I have 9 pounds of oranges. So now I replace my Y, get that out of there because it now equals the number 9. So 1 times 9 is 9 plus 1x equals 25. And then dot your x, circle it, and I'm minus 9. And 1 dot x equals 16. Now you don't have to divide by 1. You can just get rid of it, and we have 16. Okay, next one. 378 adults and 214 children attend a fair. The adults cost $2 more than a children's pass. The total amount made was $2,384. Find the cost of an adult pass, the cost of a children's pass. Okay, so again, 3 units. 3 units underlined. So I want to make my chart. The line doesn't do me any good with 3 units. There's no way to do it. So total, and the money total, the money single, and the how many. Okay, and then I have the adults and the children. Again, there's one total cost. And that total cost is $2,384. Okay, now this is for non-dollar amounts. Okay, that's a non-dollar amount. It says that's how many adults you have. This is a non-dollar amount. That's how many children we have. And that's a dollar amount, so that belongs here somewhere. But it says 2 more, keep in mind, so it ain't going to be just 2. Okay, black that out. And now this is for my money amounts. Now we see $2, but it's $2 more. One's $2 more than the other, so I'm going to write x plus 2 and x. Okay, now the adults cost $2 more, so x plus 2 is the adults, and then just the solo x would be the children. Okay, so that's going to be 214x. And right here we want to put a 1 in front of the x, and we draw these. These are like vertical rainbows. They mean you times. Okay, so 378 times 1x is 378x plus, and I also have to take 378 times 2, 756. Now it is true we have 2 letters, but they are the same, so we can add those 2. Here you multiply, but now when you have the 2x's, you're adding like terms. So 378 plus 214 is 592x. Then I add the 756 to the equation, and then equals 2384. And now I can just dot the x, circle it, minus 756. And 592.x, 2384 minus 756 is 1628. And then I divide by the 592. So 1628 divided by 592 is $2.75. Okay, now go find your solo x, and that's your children's cost. Okay, to find your other one, you want to go up here, and you're going to plug in $2.75. Well, I already know that that's one of the answers. To find the other unknown answer, we take 2.75 plus 2, and that's $4.75. Okay, now for the last problem. Angie and Kenny play online video games. Angie buys one software package and 3 months of gameplay for $65. Kenny buys one software package and 2 months of gameplay for $50. Find the cost of a single software package and a single month of gameplay. So again, I've got 3 units. So total, the money total, the money single, and how many. Okay. So software package and months are the other 2 units besides the money. And this one has 2 total costs. And those 2 totals are $65 for Angie and $50 for Kenny. Okay, non-dollar amounts. Well, 1's a non-dollar amount, it's one software package. 3's a non-dollar amount, that's your months of gameplay, so we can cross those out. 1 software package and 2 months of gameplay. That's all the non-money numbers I have, so I'm not going to need this. Cross that out, and this is for money amounts, but I don't have any more, so I have X with X, because they'd be the same, it'd just be 2 people buying, and then Y and Y. So 1 times X is 1X, 1 times X is 1X, then I have 3Y and 2Y. So the letters are different, you can't add them together, so I need to make my cross. And I have this equation, and I don't have to look hard to find the second, it's right above it, not up here. So I have 1x plus 3y equals 65, and then 1x plus 2y equals 50. Okay, there's no base in the system, but unlike a lot of the others, there is a same right here. Okay, so I'm not going to need this. So since these are the same, reverse the signs, and they will add to 0, so as long as they're opposite, and I add 1 plus negative 1 is 0, and 3 plus negative 2 is 1, so 1y. 65 plus negative 50 is 15. Dot that, divide by 1. And I get 15. Y equals 15. Now the Y's were under the months, so the months are $15. Now what I should have done is write that equation down here. 1x, 3y, 65. Not 1x and 1y, it's a 3y. And I have my answer for y, so I can replace it with 15. So 3 times 15 is 45. Then I add the 1x, and then equals 65. So minus 45, minus 45, 1 dot x equals 20, and if the dot number's a 1, I can just get rid of it, and that's $20.